Welcome back to Farming Aid. Fellow livestock lovers and curious minds. Today, we're diving into a world where wool meets wealth and breeding brilliance comes with jaw-dropping price tags. You might think sheep farming is all about pastures and peaceful meadows, but there's a high-stakes side of the industry that most people never see. We're counting down the top 5 most expensive sheep ever sold, complete with their unbelievable prices and the stories behind their value. From powerful genetics to global fame, these elite sheep have turned auctions into arenas and captured headlines around the world. So get ready to be amazed, because these aren't your ordinary farm animals, these are million-dollar bloodlines on 4 legs. In the fascinating world of high-stakes animal farming, few things capture the imagination quite like the jaw-dropping prices paid for elite livestock, and among the most astonishing examples are the record-breaking sheep sales that have redefined what it means to breed excellence. From windswept Scottish pastures to the lush fields of Northern Ireland, sheep auctions have evolved from quiet local events to global spectacles of wealth, genetics, and prestige. As the livestock community continues to push the boundaries of breeding science and competitive showcasing, a few standout sheep have emerged, not just as champions in the show ring but as investment-grade assets worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This countdown of the world's most expensive sheep breeds unveils more than just price tags. It reveals the passion, precision, and power of genetics that drive breeders to spend small fortunes on a single animal, hoping to gain an edge in the ever-intensifying quest for livestock perfection. Starting with the 5th spot, we dive into a world where wool and muscle meet science and ambition. At number 5 in this breathtaking countdown stands the unforgettable Sportsman's Batman, a sheep whose very name commands attention and whose physical presence left onlookers stunned during its moment of glory. Sold for a staggering $130,000, this Texel ram embodied everything breeders desire: unrivaled symmetry, powerful musculature, and a bloodline that promised greatness. Originating from the prestigious Sportsman's flock in the United Kingdom, Batman was more than a sheep. He was a statement about precision breeding and the future of Texel genetics. His fame spread across the global livestock community, with photos of his perfect stance and broad shoulders circulating among breeders eager to trace his lineage. But Batman's sale also symbolized a new era in sheep valuation, one where pedigree, body structure, and potential progeny value are all factored into an intense bidding strategy that can push prices to unimaginable levels. Climbing higher on the scale, we encounter the 4th most expensive sheep ever sold, Forkin's Jester, whose name alone hints at the charisma and showmanship it brought to the auction ring. Fetching a jaw-dropping $153,000, Forkin's Jester rose to fame in Northern Ireland, where breeders recognized the ram's rare combination of bone structure, muscle definition, and genetic consistency. This particular Texel captured hearts with its strong back, broad hindquarters, and confident posture, all while carrying the hallmarks of an elite pedigree. What made this sale even more remarkable was the fierce bidding war that surrounded it, with several top breeders battling to claim ownership of what many called the ideal commercial and show sheep. The price reflected not only the animal's current value but the anticipated returns from future lambs, semen sales, and breeding rights that could extend Forkin's Jester's influence across generations. It wasn't just an investment in an animal, it was an investment in a genetic legacy that would pay dividends in both reputation and profitability. Moving into the 3rd position in our countdown of the world's most expensive sheep breeds is a creature whose very name seems to whisper of motion, progress, and pedigree power, Glamis speed. When this Texel ram went under the hammer, the crowd knew they were witnessing something special, and when the gavel finally fell at a heart-stopping price of $179,000, the agricultural world took notice. Glamis speed, a product of years of selective breeding and genetic strategy, possessed all the traits that define a champion: flawless structure, excellent muscle-to-bone ratio, and a calm, commanding presence that made it an immediate standout. The breeders behind Glamis speed had spent years crafting the perfect lineage, and their efforts paid off handsomely as buyers recognized the animal's immense potential not just in terms of show success, but as a prolific sire capable of transforming an entire flock's genetic makeup. What makes these prices so fascinating is not just the prestige they carry but the underlying economics and science that justify them. Glamis speed wasn't merely a sheep, he was a carefully engineered embodiment of elite livestock performance, carrying with him the promise of future revenue streams far beyond the initial price tag. Narrowing in on the second most expensive sheep ever sold takes us deeper into the annals of breeding history to a name that once held the world record and set the standard for all future auctions, Deveronvale Perfection. This remarkable Texel ram captured the imagination of farmers and breeders around the globe when it was sold for a mind-blowing $231,000, a figure that stunned even the most seasoned professionals in the industry. Deveronvale Perfection was hailed as a masterpiece of animal breeding, a living sculpture of balance, muscle tone, and impeccable conformation. Born from a lineage that was already steeped in championship blood, this sheep wasn't just admired, it was revered. The breeder's vision had come to life in a way that left no doubt about the power of genetics when combined with careful planning, advanced nutrition, and meticulous care. Buyers saw in Deveronvale Perfection not only a flawless physical specimen but a goldmine of future lambs, each potentially worth thousands, as well as an unparalleled opportunity to enhance the reputation of any flock lucky enough to feature his bloodline. The sale sent shockwaves through the global sheep community, inspiring breeders to push even harder for genetic improvement and signaling that the ceiling for elite sheep prices had been shattered. And now, at the very top of our countdown, occupying the throne as the most expensive sheep ever sold in the world, stands a legendary ram whose name is now etched in livestock history, Double Diamond. When this phenomenal Texel stepped into the auction ring in Lanark, Scotland, in 2020, few could have predicted the unprecedented bidding war that would erupt. As the price escalated past six figures and continued to climb, gasps filled the room, until the final sale price landed at a record-breaking $490,000, a figure that not only set a new high-water mark for sheep sales but also elevated the global status of the Texel breed to unparalleled heights. Double Diamond was more than just another impressive ram, he was the culmination of years of selective breeding, the result of a deliberate and strategic pairing that produced a creature of exceptional symmetry, unrivaled power, and astonishing visual appeal. His perfectly shaped frame, muscular physique, and confident gait immediately captured the attention of top breeders from around the world. What followed was a historic three-way bidding war between breeders who understood that owning Double Diamond was not just about prestige, it was about transforming the future of sheep breeding on a global scale. His sale redefined the industry, turning heads across both agricultural and mainstream media outlets and prompting a deeper public interest in the intricacies of livestock genetics. For many, Double Diamond became a symbol of the pinnacle of what modern animal husbandry can achieve when science, dedication, and vision come together in perfect harmony. What all of these record-breaking sheep have in common is the Texel breed, a line that has emerged as the undisputed champion of elite sheep breeding thanks to its ideal balance of meat yield, feed efficiency, and structural conformation. Originally hailing from the small Dutch island of Texel, these sheep have found tremendous success in countries like the UK, where advanced breeding practices, nutritional science, and market demand have created the perfect environment for their rise. The Texel's compact frame, muscular hindquarters, and clean, wool-free faces make them not only visually striking but highly desirable for both show and commercial meat production. But in the world of high-end livestock, these animals are not judged solely by their productivity, they are measured by an intricate set of standards that factor in everything from bone structure to eye placement, skin quality to symmetry of movement. And when a single sheep meets or exceeds all these criteria, the value it commands can reach levels most people associate with fine art or luxury vehicles. The rising popularity of the Texel in high-stakes auctions has also been bolstered by technological advancements in livestock breeding, including artificial insemination, embryo transfer, and genetic screening, which allow breeders to multiply the influence of a single elite ram like Double Diamond across thousands of offspring. Semen from these top rams is often sold worldwide for thousands of dollars per dose, allowing breeders in different continents to incorporate championship genetics into their local flocks without ever transporting the animal itself. This has created an entirely new economy around elite sheep genetics, where top-tier animals not only hold value in their physical form but also generate revenue through licensing, breeding services, and genetic partnerships. Moreover, The global appeal of these sheep has made auctions increasingly international, drawing attention from agricultural entrepreneurs, investors, and even celebrities with an interest in rural heritage and animal excellence. The phenomenon of high-priced sheep has sparked debates, admiration, and awe, as people around the world try to comprehend the motivations behind spending nearly $500,000 on a single farm animal. But to those in the industry, the value is clear. These sheep are not ordinary, they are the elite, the peak of what careful, strategic breeding can achieve. They are walking advertisements for their flocks, living proof that genetics, when properly managed, can create value that extends far beyond traditional livestock economics. These sales don't just represent one animal's worth, they symbolize an entire future of potential lambs, a brand's prestige, and a breeder's influence on the direction of the industry. And while the Texel breed currently dominates the headlines and auction records, the continuous evolution of breeding science means that the next record breaker could come from anywhere, perhaps from another breed, a new continent, or a surprising genetic outlier whose qualities have yet to be fully recognized. Until then, these 5 legendary sheep stand as towering examples of what's possible when vision, science, and a deep respect for animal excellence come together in a spectacular union. Their stories are not just about price tags, but about passion, legacy, and the never-ending pursuit of perfection that drives the heart of animal farming forward. And there you have it. 5 of the most astonishing and high-priced sheep ever sold, proving that in the world of elite livestock breeding, excellence comes at a premium. These record-breaking rams aren't just farm animals, they're genetic powerhouses, symbols of prestige, and investments in the future of animal farming. Whether it's for their flawless structure, top-tier bloodlines, or show-stopping presence, each of these sheep has earned its place in the history books. So the next time you see a sheep grazing in a field, remember, behind that fleece might be a fortune. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories from the world of modern farming. Until next time, stay curious and stay inspired.